BookTok tag with my new
BookTok
books.
tag, TBR edition. First, show me a book you have high hopes for. Next, show me one that you've been putting off for a while. Then show me one of your priority TBR reads that you need to get to. Show me a new addition to your TBR. Show me one that you probably won't read for a while. And lastly, show me one that you're scared to death of reading.
Here's a new book challenge. Get to know the BookToker edition. Show me your favorite book, your favorite classic book, a book that changed your life, a book that you recommend to everyone, a book or series that you're obsessed with, your favorite underrated book or series, a book or series you're looking forward to reading, and lastly, a BookTok favorite that you thought was overhyped.
For you. Show me a book you're currently reading. Now show me a book you own that you haven't read yet. Now show me another book you haven't read yet. How about one you swear you'll read before...
This for $1. Who seems like a terrible person?
Oh my god, I can't say the first person that came to mind.
No, say it!
I guess, no, I can't say it!
Say it!
No, I'd be out of
Say it! The answer is Leah Remini!
And you don't seem to
Reading update time. Show me your most recent read, your current read, your last 5-star read, and your next read.
This is Get to Know Me BookTok edition. My favorite type of book to read, a character I wanna be. This is my favorite trope in a series I hate.
So I'm going to try and answer this question a little bit. I did put a comment underneath one of the other questions about this book, but I'm actually going to try and go into a little bit more detail and kind of give a background of the plot. So, this Woven Kingdom is about two civilizations, the Clay and the Jinn. Clay are human and Jinn are these supernatural creatures, basically. They look like people, but they've got supernatural abilities. The Clay are now the big, powerful people, and all the Jinn are forced to live alongside them and are not allowed to have any kingdoms as they've basically burnt them to the ground. So our story follows the two main characters, Cameron and Alize. Alize is the lost queen of the Jinn civilization, and Cameron is the crown prince of one of the Clay kingdoms, of which the name I cannot remember. And to kind of sum it up, there's this prophecy that she is going to kill the king, and so the crowned king, who is Cameron's grandfather, is now attempting to find her and kill her. So now that I've kind of gotten through the summary, I'm going to get into why I do not like this book so far. For reference, I am about 360 pages in. Now, my biggest problem that I've had with this book is the massive amounts of info dumping. I mean, info dumping galore. We regularly go 7 to 8 pages without any dialogue. And like nothing happening. She's like standing by the fire and there's 8 pages of just info. Now I understand that at the beginning of the book you kind of want to set the scene a little bit, but my problem was that kind of setting the scene nature just like didn't end. I mean, I was like 150 pages in and I knew nothing about these characters other than like their backstory because they'd never had any conversations with anyone. I was well over 100 pages into the book and I could not figure out what the plot was. Only now that I'm over 350 pages in do I kind of realize where this is going. So what I think Tahari Mafi is trying to do is set us up for book 2, and that is why there's so much info dumping in the first book. So I'm sure that the second book is going to be great and is going to be way better than this because there's going to be so much more dialogue and not so much just information all the time. I mean, like regularly going 5 to 7 pages without any sort of dialogue was really difficult because I just wanted to skip it. I was like, get me to the part where people are talking, get me to the part where things are happening, rather than just learning about her past and how she has frost in her veins and she's cold all the time. Like, I understand that it's imperative to our plot, but I don't really care. So basically, yeah, I'm not loving this book because there's a lot of info dumping, but I'm gonna assume that there are people out there who really like world building, and this would be the type of book for them because there's so much world building. It's not for me, especially coming out of Shatter Me, which was one of the fastest paced books I've ever read. It's really slow and it's not my thing. Right now, as I'm 350 pages in, it's sitting at a solid 2.5 stars.
Starting this book, and if it doesn't give what you guys promised it would give, I'm suing every single one of you.
I think I'm addicted to bronzer, boys, and alcohol.
When you're so excited for a book, but now there's less than 100 pages left, and you want to read something else. Pretty. Walk, walk, walk. First time walking inside. Oh, wow. A spot for us BookTok lovers. This store is so much bigger than Indigo. New books, new books. Come finish a book with me. Starting page and time. Almost there. Finished it. Not my favorite in the series, but I'm excited for book 4.
Let's see if you have a rainbow in your collection. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Here's a new positive book talk tag where I absolutely loved and recommend all of these books. Here's one of my favorite books by one of my favorite authors. Here's a book I love with a cover I love even more. Here's a book I really enjoyed that's outside of my preferred genre. Here's a book I haven't read yet, but I'm convinced I'm going to absolutely love. Here's a book that I think is just criminally underrated. Here's a book I bought based solely on the cover, and now it's one of my all-time favorites. Here's a book that just absolutely exceeded all of my expectations. Here's my favorite book of the year so far. And here's one of my all-time favorites that I will never stop recommending.
If I finally read this book and find out that y'all are lying, I'm only accepting apologies via Cash App and Apple Pay.
I want to see what's on your physical TBR. What's the most recent edition? The book you are the most excited about? The book you know you're gonna absolutely love and adore? A book you're a little nervous that you may not like as much as everyone else likes? A book that you bought on a whim knowing absolutely nothing about it? A book by an author you're trying to read more of? A book that you're absolutely late to the train on but really excited to read anyways?
Listen, I would never force you to read a book, but you'd be doing yourself a favor.
This is what your favorite one of these says about you. You're choosing the safest option. Maybe a little bit overrated, but it's still a good one. Is this one your favorite because it's good, or are you just really horny? All right, we get it. You like this one. This may not be everyone's favorite, but it's yours, and you're totally chill about it. You're into the classics. You're old. You're really old.
I miss the old Kanye, straight from the gold Kanye. Chop up the soul Kanye, set on his goals Kanye. I hate the new Kanye, the bad mood Kanye, the always rude Kanye, spaz in the news Kanye. I miss the sweet Kanye, chop up the beats Kanye. I gotta say, at that time I'd like to meet Kanye. See, I invented Kanye, it wasn't any Kanye's. And now I look around and there's so many Kanye's. I used to love Kanye, I used to love Kanye. I even had the pink polo, I thought I was Kanye. What if Kanye made a song about Kanye? Call I Mr. Old Kanye. Man, that'd be so Kanye. That's all it was, Kanye. We still love Kanye, and I love you like Kanye loves Kanye.
Hey fellow bookworms, this is the Pretty Cover Book Challenge. Show me your prettiest book in black, your prettiest book in blue, your prettiest book in white, your prettiest book in yellow, your prettiest book in red, your prettiest book in pink, your prettiest book in purple, your prettiest book in brown, and your prettiest book in green.
The books that started it all.
Did you get enough love, my little dove? Why do you cry? And I'm sorry I slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight, tonight.
What's this person reading right now? This is what they're reading.
Hello, and welcome to what I'm calling the full send book tag.
Show me a book that you would sell your left tit to be able to read again for the very first time. Show me a book that you were terrified of reading, but once you finally did, it turned out to be amazing. Show me a book that just blew your goddamn mind because of how incredible it was. Show me a book that you just want to escape into every time reality gets a little too depressing. And lastly, show me a book that has one of your favorite characters and also a character where it's fucking on sight. Bop, bop, bop.